What's up, squad? It's your Squid. These are my patrons. This is part 2 in a 2-part series on the 2011 Daytona 500. If you haven't seen part 1, go and watch part 1. If you have seen part 1, let's just get straight into part 2. Alright, I'm not even gonna bother giving you an update, guys. You know where you're at. You were only watching like 3 seconds ago, so let's get into it.
We're there, yeah?
Number 1 has just dropped back to get the 42. Lap 110.
This may not be the most physically demanding race of the year, but it is certainly the most mentally taxing.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on.
The two drivers hooking up together in a tandem and running around there for laps after lap after lap. I think that was mentally draining. I think it was physically and mentally draining.
Yeah, for sure.
There were a lot of close calls just from the fact that, you know, if you were in a 2-car pack there and that guy in the back doesn't know that you're getting in a tight spot, so that lead car had to find a way and find somewhere to go when they got there.
It was pretty much a mental and emotional race because, you know, physically it's a lot easier than it was before. You're not having to drive the car through the bumps, and now you're just kind of guiding the guy behind you through the corners. It seemed like it was relatively smooth there now.
Nice.
Mentally I thought was huge. You know, by the end of the day, I think I radioed in with about 40 to go. I said, I got a headache. I just want you to know I got a headache. And the thing is, because you're always trying to calculate yourself in the right position, but sometimes you're dictated by somebody else.
Oh, Bobby Labonte.
Bobby Labonte off the pace.
Did you off the radio here, bud? I'm with you. Hey, we're going to just take it easy here. We're just going to take it easy. Shoot the post up 56 too if you want to talk to them.
I wish we could do that every weekend. That was pretty neat, man. We had a good time with it.
Us pushing him is a really good bet. Anybody we work with, we can push, you know.
I was so impressed with that young Trevor Bayne. You talked to him on the pace laps, 20 years old yesterday in the 21 car. Whenever they get 3 wide, he gives some breathing room to that car in front of him. Yeah, he backs up.
Genius.
See somebody doesn't like, he's smart enough to know to get out of there. Yellow flag as Travis Quapple limps onto pit road. So with 76 laps to go, they'll open the pits for fuel and tires if needed, and there'll be at least one more pit stop in this race. We're used to seeing tires on every pit stop, either 2 or 4.
Tony coming down the right side to fuel. Step forward, right side to fuel. We're still the same strategy.
And with the new fueling system, it takes longer to put 2 cans of gas in the car than it does to change 4 tires.
Tom, you just make sure it's full, and then you nod your head, Kyle will go off your nod, I'll watch traffic.
Yes, we're used to seeing more tire changes. Goodyear certainly used to seeing a lot more tire changes.
Gas all when we pit, windshield tear off.
But the lack of those really didn't become a factor in the race because the pit stops were all about how long does it take to get all the fuel you need.
Yeah, fair enough.
They come for what could be the next to last pit stop of this Daytona 500.
Oh, they're all coming basically, except for Mark Martin in the GoDaddy.
Truex is going to pit. He's not going to take tires on this stop or the next one or the one after that. They're going to run this set of tires for the entire duration of the Daytona 500.
Okay.
I think when you see as few tire changes as we saw in the Daytona 500, that's an unusual scenario. It definitely changes the way the event has to be strategized.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're running a fuel strategy rather than putting fresh tires on the car. It really took away the need for the mechanics to set the cars up for handling.
Not many tire changes among the first ones to pit road. Joey Logano is going to take at least right sides. Krista?
Same strategy for his teammate Kyle Busch. Right side tires for Kyle.
Hey,
Oh, that was close. That was well driven.
there you go. There you go. Nice seating. There you go. I'm just watching the gas man's hand. He starts knocking, I'm going. Yeah, 10-4.
I've always thought that tires should be the least of your worries. And
Alright.
in Daytona this year they were.
Alright.
I'm in the eye, TJ, to let, once if we team up like that again, let the lead car spun for the back car.
That
that second place car, or the pusher, just had to say to himself, look, you know, I've got to hold it to the floor until the lead car tells me not to anymore. So that's a trust that you have to have.
Fucking hell.
With each other.
With your competition.
Green flag, 72 laps to go.
About 3/4 of the way through the race, I was racing, had David Reagan pushing me.
Also with us now, coming outside.
And we went through the tri-oval, and I stuck my left front on the flat, you know, de-wedged the car, and I was sideways, and I thought, this is it, our day's over. I thought for sure I was wrecked.
Oh.
Sorry about that, David. Back off of you. That was perfect, thanks.
Watch the 99 of Carl Edwards. Right
Deep down.
Robbie Gordon.
Man's back up. Move around a bit.
Sideways right there. And he got knocked below the double yellow line. And that was his teammate, David Reagan, in the 6.
David, he let off, and I got it corrected, and all worked out, but man, my heart rate was...
Yeah, I'll bet.
Right
I'll bet.
Guys on the man, can't take a lane.
Oh, and he's round.
Caution's out.
Is this going to bring the 24 and the 21 back together?
Trying to get back down in behind him and didn't time it right.
Well, that didn't work.
Pretty vicious hit. Here it is on our Fox Exmo cam.
And did you see how close he came to taking Montoya out?
He wasn't a jet dryer. That choke will never get old.
Trouble on the racetrack. And it is Montoya.
Oh, there's another whack.
With great biffle.
On the road now. In the grass. We'll take it easy. Nothing's coming at you.
We were talking about synchronized racing.
Look at that.
Spinning right there.
And synchronized spinning, I love it.
Control locks the brake.
Synchronized saves too. Look at him steering.
Unlocks the brake to make the turn to pit road while Biffle is headed for the grass. Like a snow plow going through there. Into the wall goes Kozlowski.
Say, Lou, get on the apron, on the apron.
Oh. Fucking great work by the spotter and great listening as well, right? So watch this. In my Danica Patrick bus video, right, I had a whole point where, like, the spotter is saying, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, and, like, set it for about 15 fucking seconds. No joke. I mean, it was probably only 3 or 4, but still. And she, like, steers upwards. You can watch her hands steering upwards. And I'm like, man, your spotter is literally telling you the opposite of what you just did. And somebody in the comment section was like, oh, well, the spotter's not in the car. The spotter can't tell you what to do. And, like, that logic I don't really understand that, because what's the point of the spotter then if they're not telling you what to do, right? But this is perfect, and this justifies what I was saying, right? Like, in the moment, old mate had no idea. Like, obviously he could see him, but it was a reflex action to listen to the spotter. You know, he says down, 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 and he goes down. Like, watch.
Say, Lou, get on the apron, on the apron.
Specific. Stay low. Get on the apron. Get on the apron.
Check it.
Fucking great work, Mr. Spotter.
We still want 5 seconds of fuel, so I might put rates on it, just because we have to wait on fuel anyway, you know. Okay.
Roads open, and here they all come.
3, 2, 1, on the jack, right side. Tony Gibson said, leave on me, old man. You'll only 39, Ryan Newman.
Nice.
Allen's coming out. There's Trevor Benny just squeaking in.
Oh, I thought there was going to be connection there. Lap 169.
Hey, David, Trevor.
Getting to the pointy end.
Hell yeah, I want you to push me.
Trevor and I happened to start beside each other on one of the restarts, and we were talking with each other on the radio, and Trevor was a great pusher. The 21 car was the best.
He's got a very well-defined jawline.
Over the whole speedway.
David Reagan, or whatever his name is there.
We were talking.
Yeah, David Reagan. Look at him. Just imagine. I mean, that's not a very attractive pause, but imagine a Batman mask over that. He has a Batman jaw. You know, he's got such a defined jawline, he could play Batman.
Trevor was a great pusher. The 21 car was the best car down there over the whole speedway. It had a lot of speed, and it was fast.
We're catching the lead group pretty fast.
56.
Oh.
Truex. And Tony Stewart almost has spun. Truex will not be penalized because he arrests his speed coming down pit road.
Nice.
NASCAR will not penalize him for taking that evasive action.
Nice.
6 pairs of cars, one of whom, 5.5 laps, is going to win the Daytona 500.
Here comes Trevor Bain.
I can feel it, you know?
David Reagan are hooked up.
The anticipation is building. Fuck off, bird. Where did that bird come from?
You can't tell someone how to drive a race car. You either got it or you don't. You can either do it or you can't. And Trevor has a real knack for restrictor plate racing.
It's like poetry.
It's a good sense about
Like, I mean, it is like poetry. I meant that what he was saying is like poetry, but what he is saying is also true about poetry. You can either write poetry or you can't, you know? Like, you can get the techniques of it down, but it's the feel that matters, you know? And it's like the people that get the feel of the car. It's the exact same thing, you know? Like, you've either got it or you don't. You either... That's awesome. I like Darrell Waltrip. He's cool.
Take it easy for a second. We're catching cars in front of us. Yeah, let's stay in the middle.
You can't tell someone how to drive a race car. You either got it or you don't. You can either do it or you can't. And Trevor has a real knack for restrictor plate racing. Trevor Bain has such a good sense about where the guy in front of him is going to go. What a great pusher he is.
All right, let's split up. Let's go to the middle. I'll drag my brake.
3 wide, right here to the line. Can he make it?
4 laps to go. David Reagan and Trevor Bain just laid down the fastest lap of this Daytona 500.
Good stuff, son.
6 times a driver has scored his first sprint.
Oh, they reckon Logano into somebody else.
Newman and Hamlin.
All right, guys, we're in it.
And Ryan Newman's attempt to win his second Daytona 500 may be thwarted right here.
Just being in the right place at the wrong time. I had Denny Hamlin pushing me down the back stretch. We were up on the high side. The 88 and the 14 got together, hit the 22, hit the 78, hit the 33, and the 33 drove me in the door and knocked me into the wall.
Yeah, that's rough. Oh, agricultural racing.
It don't matter how long you can push, because it's going to be a green flag checker.
Remember, we go double file for the restart, and we'll have up to 3 attempts at this green flag, then the white flag, then the checkered flag.
Don't do anything dumb. Don't beat yourself. That's always one of my golden rules. We're not talking about some short track somewhere. We're talking about the Daytona 500. And you got 2 kids up here right now. I would pick either one of them. One of those kids might just win this race.
Nice. Let's go.
Green white checker. We're close on fuel, and so I'm thinking about coasting through the corners, making sure I don't have an air pocket.
Hey, Trevor, you still got me? Clear. Don't take it too easy on the start. I'll do what I need to do to get in front of you.
Trevor had been a good pusher. So when he and David Reagan came down for that last restart, they had already worked it out. Reagan was going to drop down in front of him.
Sure, we do not cross lanes before the start-finish line. Do not do that.
Being the leader of the race, felt like, you know, as long as I started within the parameter that NASCAR gives us and not jump the flag, that I was good to go.
Yeah.
It's all yours. Let's do it.
Green flag.
If I take off, go through the gears, it doesn't stumble, my fuel pressure's good, and as soon as I clear Trevor, I move down. And I'm looking out my rear view mirror more than I am my windshield. And so I just think we got a great restart.
You're all clear. You're all clear. Got a big shove coming underneath. Post the 6, snatching before the start-finish line.
6 is being black flagged. They timed it perfectly. They just went too soon.
Yes, NASCAR.
Oh, fuck off.
What?
I'm the leader. I can't pass. Switch lanes before the start-finish line, he says.
They were told in the driver's meeting, hold your lane, hold your position till you cross the start-finish line. And as Darrell famously said, he timed it perfectly, he just made the move too soon.
Oh, we got a car around.
Oh, that's deflating.
Bobby Gordon saves it.
Good save, number 7. Oh, they're bouncing off each other and they're wrecked again.
Ryan Newman hit the wall.
Hold the brake, hold the brake. We're in it, guys.
Dadgum.
Caution is out.
That's rough.
Now, Trevor's sitting up there, and that's when I thought he was going to be in trouble.
So we choose the bottom and let him get down in front of me there? I mean, you're going to be the leader. You either got to take the top or the bottom.
And Trevor Bain becomes the leader of the Daytona 500.
Come on, son. Come on.
Take the lead that early. early, I figured we'd be pushing the 6 car across. Everything that I had planned, the way I had planned it to work out, didn't happen.
He was prepared to be the pusher right up to the checkered flag of the Daytona 500.
He said, I need to be the car behind because when I'm in front, I tend to pull away from whoever's pushing me. I heard that and I went, whoa.
Fucking pull away, brah. It's the Daytona 500. Do that. It's green, white, checker. You got fuck all to go. 2 laps. 2.
You're all clear. You ready? Ready.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Green flag.
Let's go, 21.
Bobby Labonte gave Trevor Bayne a heck of a push.
Bobby Labonte, he did an incredible job getting to our bumper and giving us that huge push to get us out front.
Fuck yeah, Bobby Labonte.
I didn't expect it to happen that way at all.
I didn't see Trevor all day long, you know, and he didn't see me all day long. But how ironic, you come around at the end, and I just blasted in as hard as I could and took off.
Nice.
They'll face the white flag when they come around to decide the 53rd Daytona.
Bayne, Labonte, Logano,
Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup.
whoever's behind them.
White flag.
When I crossed the white flag, I was thinking, man, at least we can tell everybody, hey, we were leading on the white flag lap at the 500.
That's dope.
Cars out the back, they could come into play.
Come on, mate. Come on. Hold on.
Trying to hug the bottom of the racetrack and protect. You could not count on who was leading at the white flag that was going to be the leader when they would come back around.
Come on,
Felt
mate.
like
Come
one of
on.
those guys behind him, possibly Carl Edwards, possibly Bobby Labonte, was sitting in the catbird seat. Was not.
There's way too many smiles for him to have been dead, so I'm hoping he wins.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside, trying to swing it at 34. Come from trying to spoil
Fucking hell, the push on the inside.
Stuck with me. We're able to get by a couple guys on the back straight and then get that run at Bobby and Trevor.
Block him, Bobby.
Trevor's bumper, push him, and then get around him, and his car is just too fast.
Yes, son.
Trevor Bayne. It's over. Cinderella Lane.
Yes. Good shit, rookie. Good stuff, mate.
I hear you. You are the man.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne.
That is dope. That's awesome. What an awesome feel.
That was awesome. That was awesome, Trevor. You are the man, buddy. You are the man. Good that rookie win. Yes, sir. You are the man. Pretty cool, man. I'm happy for him. Unfreaking believable. That is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
That's dope.
In 10 years for what is now a part-time team out of Stewart, Virginia and Concord, North Carolina.
That's awesome.
Return to victory lane at Daytona with 20-year-old Trevor Bayne.
Where is he now then?
Screaming right now. Make me proud, dude. What? I don't even know where to go.
Yeah, doesn't even know the way to pit lane.
Way more than I could
I mean, to
expect.
victory lane.
It's not anything I could have fathomed doing this young. I realized that everybody around me was affected by this. You know, the Wood brothers, they're the oldest team in NASCAR. They haven't won a 500 in 30-something years. Donnie Wingo, the crew chief, who's been trying to win the 500 for the last 31 years. There were a lot of people affected by it, and I was just glad I got to be that little puzzle piece that fit into that.
Oh, what a cool dude. What a cool guy.
This is fairy tale stuff. This is like once upon a time.
The glass slipper fit.
It did, man, it did.
This young fellow winning, youngest driver for one of NASCAR's oldest, most storied, most successful teams. That's a story you just couldn't script, and you just couldn't
That's it.
imagine, but it's one that's captured the hearts of all Americans.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it.
Just achieved the ultimate dream. What does this mean to you?
I can't even put into words what it means to me and what it means to him, because he has worked so hard since he was little.
It's just so neat because it's not just NASCAR, it's not just sports in general, it's sort of Americana among these parents who are out there who do everything they can to make sure their kids are happy.
In the stands with 50 to go, I just kept thinking, just let him finish the race, just let him finish the race. I never dreamed he'd be here.
Fucking A. Yeah, good shit, Mom.
At victory lane, they handed me the hat and the coin that said
That's dope.
I was like, wow, that's crazy, you know, it's cool, you know, and it's cool all the 4 drivers that have got the other 599 to let us be able to get the 600.
I think the combination of the Wood brothers and Ford with a young driver at the Daytona 500, it's it's a special moment for Ford to win, to hit that milestone at that racetrack at that time.
Wow,
yeah, nice.
Unbelievable. I mean, these guys, Ford Motorcraft, the Wood Brothers. How cool is it to see the Wood Brothers back in victory lane? You got Leonard over here. He is the man. I've never been to a racetrack with this many people here, and to win on this kind of platform is just incredible.
What a legend.
100 to 1 betting long shot in Las Vegas, and to win the biggest race you can win. Whatever car you're in, it's a great thing, especially for a guy as refreshing as Trevor Bayne.
That's dope. That was awesome. That was a really sick. I'm so glad that that was recommended to me. That was awesome. That was really cool. We've got like a 50 seconds of credits. I'll let them play just because, you know, I'm a nice guy like that. All the key grips and the best boys and all that sort of stuff in there is, you know, they should get their names out there and whatnot. If you don't know, a key grip sets up lights and the best boy helps the key grip. But yeah, it's cool. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. That was dope. That was like, thank you, big thank you to Kevin. He's one of my patrons. These guys are my patrons. He's on that list, as you can see. His name is there. He suggested I watch this in his suggestions. He's a Cthulhu tier patron, but Humboldt, Squid, and above get guaranteed recommendations. So have a click over, join my Patreon, maybe join it, and you know, get your guaranteed reaction and stuff. But yeah, this was really cool. I'm glad I watched it, and yeah, that was awesome. I'm sort of in awe, you know. I'm gonna have to start editing now, but I'm still in like, wow, that was a cool mode. If you can let me know what happened to him, why he's not in NASCAR at the moment, and if he is, who he drives for and where, that would be dope. Same as the Reagan fella, but yeah. As I said, I'm gonna get straight into editing and stuff so that you guys can see these before midnight at some point. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you when I look at you, and you will see me when you look at me.